like you. Your host from MotorWeek 92, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to MotorWeek 92. We're glad to have you with us. Suppose your company builds one of the best cars in the world, a car that wrote the book on luxury and performance. Now suppose after 11 years without major change, your company decides to make a great car better. Where do you begin? Well, for Mercedes-Benz and its 5th generation S-Class, the answer was easy. Let tradition guide the design process, but look to the future for maximum innovation. The result is an all-new S-Class, a big car that is clearly a Mercedes. But is it better? We usually reserve our answer to the "is it better" question until the end of the road test. But in the case of the 1992 Mercedes-Benz S-Class, we won't be coy. Yes, it is better, but also smarter. Intelligent engineering abounds. While other luxury car manufacturers try to cram more features into smaller bodies, Mercedes maintains that big is still the only way for its flagship. But while wheelbase and interior room are up, overall length is actually a bit less than before. 2 wheelbases are offered, 119.7 inches in SE cars and 123.6 inches on SEL sedans. And while the numbers still say big car, styling changes have produced a less angular, more aerodynamic, concise appearance. We thought the 2 retractable staffs in the rear fenders, used to aid the driver when backing, are an interesting gimmick. Mercedes further freshened the look and functionality of the S-Class with flush side windows that are double glazed for added interior noise and comfort control. Mercedes is also taking the outside environment seriously. Everything from the elimination of ozone-destroying CFCs in the air conditioning system to using recyclable plastic parts bearing the name of the material have been engineered into the S-Class lineup. A car that tips the scales at 5,840 pounds requires powertrains with fortitude. There are actually 5 models, ranging from the turbo diesel 350 SD to a gas-powered 6-cylinder 300 SE, to a pair of V8s, the 400 SE and 500 SEL, and the ultimate S-Class, the limited edition V12 600 SEL. We selected the long wheelbase 500 SEL as the perfect combination of all the S-Class design strives for. Its 322 horsepower 5-liter V8 is well matched to both the chassis and the nearly invisible shifts of the 4-speed automatic transmission. Because of the 500 SEL size and weight, it's easy to have a misplaced perception that the car would just lumber along. Not so. On the test track, this German machine proves its veracity with a 0 to 60 time of 7.2 seconds, while the quarter mile is over and done in 15.5 seconds with a final speed of 92 miles per hour. Although most owners of the S-Class will never push the car to its limits, we found even moderate speeds through a tight slalom to be more like a wrestling match. However, it's the open road that allows the SEL to glow, providing a smooth and controlled ride. The rear suspension uses a refined version of the multi-link design used on the 300E. In fact, despite the heft of the S-Class, it responds more like the smaller 300 series on twisty roads. The S-Class gets a new dual ABS braking system for better brake balance and surer stops. Our car took only 110 feet from 60 miles per hour. The previous S-Class had a roomy interior, but the new model is cavernous, yet ergonomically correct throughout. A wealth of standard features ensures driver and passengers are well entertained while sitting in the lap of luxury. The front seats are softer than the previous S-Class, but still very supportive and can be auto-adjusted by door-mounted 12-way controls with 3-position memory that also adjust the mirrors and the tilt-telescoping steering wheel. If you'd like to be in control, there is plenty of opportunity here. Switches regulate everything from traction when using snow chains to the power inside rearview mirror. The 200-watt Bose sound system includes an optional trunk-mounted CD changer. It provides excellent reproduction, but the controls on the Becker receiver remain among our least favorites. The SEL's rear seating is limousine style and replete with comfort-inducing amenities such as vanity mirrors and an adjustable rear seat back. And the low-lift trunk is, in a word, huge. With prices that range from $69,400 for the 300 SE and 350 SD to $127,800 for the 600 SEL, it would be easy to dismiss the new S-Class as the last of the dinosaurs for conspicuous consumers. However, that simplistic approach overlooks the wealth of intelligent engineering that went into this design. In some ways, we found our 500 SEL's $93,500 price tag a bargain. The 1992 Mercedes-Benz S-Class is the most impressive big car design that we've ever experienced. The